Welcome down to Paultons Park. Yes, Serpents Curse is going up. We did bring you, of course, the first supports going in, and more supports have gone in as well. So we'll take a quick look, not loads by any means, and I think it is worth noting as well that it's not all here yet. And of course, the higher level ones are going to require a crane, which is not here. So they are definitely taking a little bit more time getting this up over Draken, which was up in sort of 7 days. So expect it to go up slowly over the next couple of months. And I wouldn't expect too much more to happen outside of supports for the next sort of month, but we'll wait and see. As soon as we see a crane, we'll know exactly what is going on. So let's show you on site. There's a lot of work going on down at the station, which is kind of what we expected, to be honest. That is a massive part of it. Obviously it's going to have water and everything, and then we'll show you some of the supports and then head down the bottom where we didn't actually start today and show you what's going on from down there. A look onto the site, and we'll start with the station area. Every time we look at this, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and starts to grow. And we do notice a bit later on as well that you will see some of the concrete which has gone in to give you kind of a scale of how high this will be. It's all happening here. It's all under kind of protection while they do the concrete, and we expect that to be done before really anything else on site. As we pan round to the left, you can see where we believe the structure building will be from the footers on the ground. Of course though, onto the actual footers for the ride, which have been installed over the past few days. More have gone in since we were at the park, and that includes several down the back as well as a little bit of a closer one as well. And as we zoom in, you can really get to see the angle of this and kind of picture a path as the train, boat, whatever you want to call it, goes round, particularly there, as this will be the back bunny hop coming out of the transition up and then back down into what we think will be the overbank for the final turn. However, we're not sure, with a closer one then being part of the main course. Now this small one here is actually at the base before it does the second turnaround into the bunny hop, and kind of keeping track on it as we go round. And here is the splash area. The splash area is still being dug. This, I believe, will need to be concreted as well. So lots of bits going on here. There does seem to be a water filtration system. I don't know whether that's just sort of keeping it empty with recent rain, to be honest with you. I don't actually know what that's for. As we look over the top end of the site, it doesn't look like anything else has arrived, but you can see a little bit more space now, which we couldn't see the other day. But it doesn't look like anything else has arrived quite yet. Now from the air, we'll take a quick look. Here is the Serpents Curse site, and you can see strategically placed sort of supports, really kind of based around, as we really kind of get to grips of how big this ride will be. Lots of track as well stored in places where we believe track will indeed be installed. Here is the concept art. Now let me just say, I've had loads of comments on videos about it not having a lot of water and won't have much of a theme and things, and let's just put that to rest straight away. We're standing here and we're having a quick look. And actually, it is concept art, and I think the concept art's quite deceptive because it's really focused on how high this is, less so how long this is. So where we are now is the splash zone right here. I know it's hard to see through the fence, but you'll have seen it on videos where we've gone over. There is a fence right here. This fence undoubtedly represents this fence. So the water starts here, right here. Right here, water starting, and then water has to go all the way along this bit, not over there, but all the way around here, and then up to the station. So that is a lot of water, really deceptive from the plans. And of course the bridge entrance area here, you know, that's the entrance, got the entrance sign, we'll go in, all underwater, it's all water. So there's a lot of water. There's a lot of water, I don't know how else to say it. There's a lot of water. The splash zone here isn't built yet. Clearly isn't built, so that's going to be part of the project. We are sort of wondering how they're going to do the transition, because it's about a 6-foot drop down where this land is obviously a little bit higher, and that looks like that's in line with this land. It's clearly not here yet. It's going to be roughly where this is now. So the splash zone will be there. I don't think you'll get wet on the bridge. I don't think you will. Obviously we won't know until it's open by any means. And I'll call it now. I called it on track, and the best element would be the stall. Many people thought that was obvious, but a lot of people like the drop, in fairness. The best element on this ride is going to be this airtime hill right here, which I think will hit at around about 30 miles an hour, maybe 25. That for me will be the best element. There is a top hat it's taken as well, and I think the top hat is probably this bottom end actually, which isn't on the concept art as opposed to this turnaround point, but we'll see as that starts to get built. But again, this is low level, and we can see again that the support for there is there, and this support is actually already in just there. So again, we can gauge the fence to this fence that is here, and that would mean that these 2 footer points here, and I don't know if we can get a view of those footer points, they arguably haven't been done yet, and I imagine that's relating to the splash area, which is why it hasn't been done yet. But there's a lot of work to do, and this is when I say that people are like, and I initially thought actually this project's probably well ahead. Well, actually looking at it, we said last time there's one access in to the area, and then they've kind of got to build that way backwards, I would think. I mean, they could probably do the lift hill underneath. But then they've got to do water before this ride can even be tested. And to do water, they've got to block off the rest of this site effectively. So they're going to have to make another entrance into here, whether it's up there, whether or not they just sort of put a bridge over, a temporary bridge, will be really interesting to see. But there's a lot of structural work to go on up there, which people aren't considering. A lot. But yeah, best element for me, calling it now, is going to be that airtime right before the splash. Right, we'll head down the bottom now. We'll head down the bottom and get some more views from down there. From the bottom end of the site looking up, here is the bunny hop at the back, coming out the second main turn, which will go into the third turn. And you can just see from the heights as well, just how the bunny hop will react as it comes through. As we pan across from the other side back, I mean, that's quite a big step, that's quite a big step coming out of the corner as it goes down. Can't wait to see this in full action. And the pan over the site from a bit further back, you can see some of the supports that have gone in with the track waiting. Now, as we pan over to the left, one of these, the one behind this one, we saw being installed, and this is the final approach to the splash area. So this is the angle in which will come down from the turn down into the little bunny hop, which will go into the splash. Coming across, here is some of the track which is being installed on site, and of course the station down the back. We will zoom in a bit more on the station shortly. As you can see, concrete has been done down this side as we look at the final area heading towards the splash zone. Already you can sort of see with the supports that are in, and I know there's not many, and you can actually see them over the fence now, which is quite cool as well, some of the transitions in which the ride will take. Coming out of the corner, for instance, it's suddenly going to go flat, and you can see the airtime hill over the back, and that comes around really quickly as well. One support is sort of quite low, the next one is fairly high, so it's going to be a lovely bunny hop over the back. We don't really know what this corner is going to look like. Just can't wait to see it. And then you've got some of the supports down here as well, which show you how low the ride is going to be to the ground before again it lifts up and drops into the water. Yeah, loads, absolutely loads. We've actually ended down here. We'll put a quick shot in now while I'm talking of looking through the bamboo bush, because you can actually see here all of the supports down the side. They do look really brilliant as well. It's a shame that bamboo's there, in fairness, because it's really blocking my view. And then as we come back over here, over towards the station, which you can see, and I will actually get a close-up, because I don't think I did, is some of the concrete which has gone in down at the side. Let me get a quick close-up of that now. There you go. So first time I've actually noticed that, but that really gives you an indication of just how much concrete they need to pour for the station area, and that is massive as well, and that is really the focus. Like, everyone working is over there doing concrete, but this side bit is done and is quite a distance from the ground, because there'll be water, and that will then head all the way around. That's massive. That is absolutely massive as you head down the bottom, where of course there will be a maintenance shed and various other buildings as well going in. So yeah, lots going on here at Serpents Curse, but it's great to see the track on site, and great to see the supports have started going in here at Paultons Park.